Hey gamers, doesn't it seem like lately every single Android game needs an internet connection to play? Whether it's downloading stuff from the server like Clash of Clans or using it for DRM protection like most Free Fire, it seems like virtually every single game is asking you for a web connection just to make the game run. But today, I'm back with the 15 best offline Android games of the month that don't require any Wi-Fi at all. And you can play these games completely offline and with no internet and no ads. So starting with number 15, The Last Days. In this third-person shooter game, you step into the role of a young survivor girl who's fighting to survive in a world overrun by zombies. So you gotta handle all the necessities to stay alive, finding food, weapons, and ammunition. You also have to keep an eye out for zombies as you are on your own in this game, and you must protect yourself and your friends from the zombies. Besides that, you can also use your skills to scavenge for weapons and ammo, collect food and water, and defend yourself from hordes of zombies. In my opinion, the gameplay is amazing, and I just generally really like the game. Number 14, Prince of Persia Escape 2. So if you're a fan of the classic Prince of Persia game, then you should definitely try this one out. It's a retro side-scroller arcade game where you'll perform defying stunts, avoid obstacles, slay your enemies, and defeat gigantic bosses. And being that this one is a sequel, it is more challenging than the first game. Prince of Persia Escape 2 has tons of unique levels and beautiful environments. It also features a reverse time mechanism which you can use if you die in the game. In my opinion, the controls of this game are good, but the graphics could be better. Number 13, Train Racing. This one's a fun train racing game, as you probably guessed from the title, that puts you in control of a locomotive. The main goal is to win the race, so in the beginning you have 4 different train options to choose from. After selecting, you can participate in a tournament for the Piston Cup. There are 20 races in total in the tournament with speed trial and time trial mode. Also, there's a quick race option too. The race is pretty simple, you just have to control the speed during the turns and also keep an eye on your opponents. All in all, it's a decent train racing game with good graphics and controls. Number 12, Hunt and Fight. This one's an action RPG set in an open world, where after being caught in a storm, you find yourself on a faraway island. To get home, you're gonna need to earn a place on a ship, but to do so, you need to fight with many enemies and sometimes skeleton pirates too. In the vast open world, you also need to gather items and complete tasks given by local people to give you experience and fame. All in all, it's a good game to kill some time. Number 11, Air Battle Mission. This one's an air combat game based on the military. In the game, you take control of one of the most powerful warplanes in the world, and you need to defend your base from enemy aircrafts as well. The game features a lot of different missions that will require you to use all your skills in order to survive. Now, if we talk about the visuals, the graphics are a little bit dated compared to current games. The writing feels a bit bland and the movement feels unrealistic. So all in all, it is a good arcade-like shooter game, though if you want a more realistic experience, maybe look elsewhere. Number 10, Modern FPS Military Strike. This one's a first-person shooter game with a ton of zombies to shoot and kill. The game is set in a dark setting where the player takes control of a character in a world of zombies and shoots those zombies to complete it. The game features a variety of weapons, including pistols, shotguns, machine guns, and grenades. There's also a variety of zombies that you'll have to encounter, including standard zombies, crawlers, and even a special zombie boss. It also includes another campaign mode where you can fight against a terrorist group in several levels. Overall, it has good graphics and simple controls. Number 9, Terra Genesis Landfall. Operation Landfall will follow in the footsteps of its predecessor as an immersive city building and space survival game that allows players to build a home on Mars, Venus, Mercury, or even the Moon. In this game, you will be tasked with exploring uncharted regions far away from the Earth where you must employ intricate building mechanisms to build a thriving city. Like most builder sims, you'll have to maintain your residents' happiness and health as well. Each facility and building can be viewed, allowing for a very captivating and interactive experience. All in all, this one's an amazing science-based city building simulator, so if you like that genre, this one's definitely for you. Number 8, Bushido Saga Nightmare of the Samurai. This one's an offline adventure action game from Pandora Game Studio. In the game, a samurai embarks on an epic adventure and unveils a conspiracy against his lord. The game relies heavily on quality gameplay strongly aligned with powerful storytelling, which is inspired by the Japanese legend of the 47 Ronin. Now, talking about the visuals, it features beautiful classic-looking graphics that gives you an instant feel of old Japan. So if you're seeking a good indie RPG game that plays offline and has a decent story and gameplay, then try this game out. It's definitely worth your time. Number 7. Taurus. This one's a simple arcade game that helps you to improve your focus. The gameplay mechanics of this game are very simple but challenging, where you just have to tap on the object which you select. Like here, I have chosen the triangle. I simply tap every triangle and number of each row to score more. But as you progress, the speed will also increase. And there is also an X element in the row. If you click on that, then it slows down the speed. The game features 3 different modes where you have to choose multiple objects at the same time. Besides that, there's also a live leaderboard where you can see your score against others. So if you want to improve your focus, then check it out. Number 6. OWRC Open World Racing. As I'm sure you guessed from the title already, this one's an open world racing game where you can explore a map which is full of traffic vehicles, racing events, and more. The game also features several different types of terrain like forest, hill, and desert where you can participate in different races and race through 100 square kilometers of open world, avoiding traffic. The game also has a car damage system, so if you drive your car roughly, then it'll get damaged and you have to repair it. Now, in my opinion, the game is very similar to Forza Horizon, where you can do off-roading and explore different areas of map with various cars. Number 5. Love You to Bits. This one's a charmingly cute, purely visual, puzzle-filled, point-and-click sci-fi adventure game spanning all around the universe. In the game, you follow the journey of Cosmo, a clumsy, rookie space explorer in search of Nova with his robot girlfriend. After a fatal accident, Nova's pieces are scattered across outer space, so now it's up to Cosmo to retrieve all of Nova's bits, rebuild her, and get back together. In the game, you can explore the strangest worlds and planets full of fantastic aliens, space-time puzzles, and hidden objects to collect. As you complete the levels, you'll discover Cosmo and Nova's heartbreaking love story as well. Number 4. Dead Zombie Shooter Survival. This is a top-down zombie shooter game where you step into the role of a soldier whose team was killed by zombies, and now you're the only one left to fight with the zombies in the dark world. The game offers 3 unique characters to choose from, each with their own fighting style too. The map is rich in interactive elements like cars, oil barrels, and you can use them to help destroy the enemy. Also, each level is worth exploring, so you can find eggs and side missions waiting for you. Also, the game features a variety of powerful guns and indestructible defenses. Whether it's a shotgun or an indestructible rocket launcher, you'll have an irreplaceable shooting thrill. Overall, it's a great game with a good storyline. Number 3. Urban Trial Pocket. This one is an amazing brand new indie motorbike physics-based racing game that reminded me of 2 different series fused into one. Tony Hawk in terms of the tricks that you can perform in the title, and Trials in terms of your movement. The goal of Urban Trial Pocket is pretty simple: to perform the craziest possible tricks on a motorcycle without falling off. It combines tricks, platforming, and racing to create a fast-paced gameplay experience that gets your adrenaline pumping. You can do flips, wheelies, turns, twists, etc. There are 3 single-player game modes to explore, with more than 30 unique levels with their own side challenges, plus the game supports a controller as well. Number 2. Poppy Playtime 2. It's finally here, guys, and let's just say it was a crazy release leading up to a crazy chapter. So up to the point of Chapter 2, Poppy Playtime had seemingly already solidified themselves as competitors to games like Bendy and the Ink Machine. When you first start the game, you're not exactly picking up where you left off in Chapter 1, and upon re-exploring the dollhouse-esque building, you find the door that was previously locked is now actually able to be opened. And upon entering this room, there are a few teases and such in terms of war and secrets. All in all, if you like horror action-style games, then this one's for you. Number 1. Suicide Guy Sleepin' Deeply. This is a new chapter from the original Suicide Guy game series. It is a first-person action puzzle game set in the world of dreams. In the game, you'll assume the role of a nice big guy who's unable to wake up from his dreams. So your task as the player is to help him to step out of them. The game brings a whole new story with an unexpected plot twist and physics-based levels with ultimate moves, in which you have to solve challenging puzzles. You can also pick up items, throw them, and activate mechanisms. Throughout the game, you will find many funny creatures to annoy, and you can drive vehicles too. Overall, the graphics of this game is outstanding, and the controls are good.